Well, hello there. And now
All
we do
right, everybody. Welcome to the show.
How are you?
hope
Dude, it
everybody's
like
doing
wigged
okay.
out on me. We'll hear a JJ and
Yeah, it's just like I'm pressing every freaking button. I have no idea what I'm doing. Howdy.
howdy.
I'm in charge. Yeah, right. So
Always.
welcome everybody. We want to thank you for joining us on a Tuesday night. Blake can't be with us tonight, and Nate is hopefully going to join us later if he can get out of work because he's working late this evening. But we do have our fabulous Kvetch King of Kings County in exile. And we have the enabler.
The Kvetch Queen of Queens.
There you go.
Together, we're a mighty watch buying crazy team.
That's
yes,
right.
Exactly.
And we have two unboxings this evening from this man right here.
Okay.
Hot
screen.
damn.
So we need a lot of upvotes, and we need them as quick as possible so we can have two really cool and they are really cool unboxings because this guy doesn't unbox anything that isn't really cool. So
I know this is true. He's got some heavy hitters.
Yeah, so let's get that going. Also, we will have a race this evening, so you know how to get into that. Just super chat, member milestone chat. We'll pick a couple at the end. You can gift memberships and all of that stuff like that there. Also, you can join the channel. That'll not only get you a race entry, but it will also get you into our WhatsApp group where you can talk to these fine people 24/7. And then you can also talk to me 24/7. Anyway, let's see what's on the wrist this evening. Mr. Kvetch King Mitch, let's start with you. What's on the wrist this evening?
I have my pre-unboxing special, the ProTech United States Marine Corps watch.
Nice.
From the halls of Montezuma, etc., etc.
To the shores of Tripoli.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or Rockaway Beach, as the case may be.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rockaway.
And we have the enabler, Jen. What's on the wrist this evening? The UG.
One of the UGs. I'm working on the other one, so it should be up and running by tomorrow.
Very nice.
3 more in the box.
You're gonna have a bunch. You're gonna have a bunch up and running.
Yeah, I'll have a few of them.
Yeah, well, 2 of them are mine that are running right now.
They're right here, running away, happy as pie.
That's right.
It's a good time to stock up on UGs of various vintages because things may turn up once the new Breitling versions are out there.
I think they will. I mean, the group is already red hot, so doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and the new ones are going to be way expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing my little Tissot tonight.
Nice.
The PR516, the unknown Bond watch.
Come on.
So there you go. There's that little baby. We welcome in our folks who are watching, and again remind you that we got 2 unboxings. So get to the upvoting, friends. And we also will have a race at the end of the show. And we have JJ is in the chat.
No, I did not, JJ.
You did not?
No. That Onyx day date is red hot, though.
Oh, yes, it is. That watch looked better than I thought it ever would be. You know, you see the pictures and stuff, and it's like, eh. And then you see it on his wrist, and it's like, holy crap. That thing's
I'm glad
gorgeous.
we didn't listen to you, or we listened to you and let you go, because if you would have followed us,
Yeah, none of
would've
us would have
settled.
said buy that watch.
You would have settled.
But man, that watch is gorgeous. Congratulations again
Killer.
to JJ that was unboxed on Sunday night's show. And we want to see who else is in the chat this evening. Aaron
JJ's upset.
Fletcher. Yeah. Aaron is in the chat. Good evening from Fairhaven, Massachusetts. AB, liking your workbench, Jen.
Thank you. Me
I like
too.
what's on her workbench. My two watches.
Mhm.
Running. JG Diff is in the building this evening. Good evening, gents. And I'm sure he meant lady and gents. I'm sure. We've got Caliber. Look at the look from Jen. Caliber YQG. Hey. Unboxing. That's right. And we have David Column. Greetings, Earthlings. Greetings, David. I like to zig when other watch collectors zag. Well, you zigged well. We want to say hello to Nerd with Swag. Hi, Robert, Jim, and Mitch. Thank you for being here, Nerd with Swag. Come on in, leave a comment. Tell us maybe what's on your wrist this evening if you want to. We hardly ever do that. So let's hear what's on your wrist. We've got our first race entry, which is, of course, one of our panel members, Mitch. I kvetch, therefore I am. Absolutely. JGDF, and good evening to the miss. There you go. Now we're all covered. AB has got a sub date on. Damn, son, that's a nice watch. Glad you. Who else? What else do you guys have on? And then we're going to get into dangerous watch cities. We're going to get into some watch insurance talk and all of that kind of stuff. Nerd with Swag has his Citizen Nighthawk. Beautiful watch. I love the Nighthawk. Fantastic. I am going to get the list started for the race. So we will do that real quick. Get Mitch in there. And we want to welcome in our man Mark in the house. Good evening, Mark.
What up?
Pray tell us, sir.
Wow. The OP.
There you go.
41 OP in black. The 124-300.
We welcome Mr. GMT from coming to us from the Vibrator. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm with the vibrator. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you hear it?
Not very loud tonight.
Not too bad.
Can
Oh,
you hear me
damn.
meow?
Can you hear it?
Can you
Guys,
hear me
I'm
meow?
just coming on to tell you guys, you can't speak for all of us, because when Captain showed us the date for JJ, right, we all jumped at him and said, you got to buy it now. I know I always say buy it now, but we really all said buy it now. Whoever was in the Mayhem group told him to buy it. So guys, don't say that we wouldn't have told him, because we did tell him to buy it. Okay?
All right. Well, I told him not to, so I'm the odd man out.
Did you really say
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I said, really?
Oh my God.
I said I didn't like it too much.
Okay, I'm interested. What didn't you like about it? This is a good question. What didn't you like about it?
I didn't like the stripe.
Oh, you didn't like the stripe?
No, I didn't like the stripe. But now that I've seen it, especially the one he got with the double stripe, I think that looks awesome. So
no, but did you see this particular one that he bought, or did you see previous ones?
I saw
Are you
previous
talking about
ones.
this one?
No. I'm not talking about the one he got. I'm talking about the previous
Ah, okay, all right.
Just
okay.
in general, he wasn't a big fan of the stripe.
one. Yeah, in
So,
general,
Yeah,
I wasn't until
neither
I
was
saw the
I,
one
but
he
I have
got.
seen ones that are really nice. And the pieces, the examples that he was showing us, yes, you're right, that was shit. But then when he showed us this one, when Captain showed us this one, it was no-brainer. It was a no-brainer.
I'm
Yeah, it's
surprised there's
awesome.
so much variation in those. Like, that's one of the really, really hard ones to get a good one of. Like, you got to go through a bunch just to get a good one for whatever reason. That
But
varies
JJ was
so
really
much.
hesitant because of it.
Yeah.
JJ was really hesitant because of it. You know, and you know, in fair in doing so. But you know, he ended up with an awesome piece. He did such a good job in choosing it, and I'm glad that he got it. I'm glad he listened to us, to be quite fair. Because anyway, he probably wasn't going to listen to us. It didn't matter, but he did. So I'll take credit for that. And you know, congrats again to our dear friend JJ. Anyway, guys, I'm going to run off. Thank you very much. I thought I'd just
All right, Mr. GMT.
Have a good time, man.
Stay sexy, and I'll enjoy the show from the front.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Thank you for stopping by, man.
Setting the record straight.
That's right.
That's right. We've got David Collum joining us, wearing his GMT two-tone. Very nice. Julius Caesar is in the house as I get the hiccups, wearing an Omega Seamaster 300 Heritage Black Dial.
Nice.
Very nice. Let's see. Have we missed anybody? We've got Surdy Danny in the building. Hi, panel. Hi, Surdy. And I think we're all caught up on the folks who have at least told us what they're wearing in the chat. If you haven't, go ahead and chime in.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking tonight about watch security, excuse me, and watch insurance. And this was brought on by a couple of videos. One that all of us in the group have seen by now, and that's the Anachronist video talking about the battle over a claim over a lost Glasuto original $10,000 watch. Guy said he lost it. Insurance flagged it as possible
Fraud,
and asked him all kinds of questions and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into the merits of the case or all of the questions they ask, but we'll talk about watch insurance in general. But then Watch Chris, who, if you're not following Watch Chris on YouTube, you should. It's a really good channel. It's a lot of really different watches that he looks at, both affordable and way, way up in the luxury scale. It's everything. But he came out, his last video, which was, I want to say it was yesterday or the day before he came out with it, top 10 cities plus 3 in the U.S. where watch crime is on the rise or where watch crime is a big deal already. So I thought we'd go over those 10 cities first and, think about or some of them might surprise you. They did surprise me, some of them. And tell us what you think about that. I mean, number 10 was Johannesburg, South Africa. None of us, I think, have been there. So I don't have an opinion. Number 9, Naples, Italy. And I know that some of our watch group have been to Naples. I don't know how recently, but that one kind of is interesting. But there's a lot of cities in Italy who are going to end up on this list. That Naples isn't the only one. So next on the list is Mexico City, Mexico, followed by, and this one was a surprise considering the amount of wealth that is in this city, Miami, Florida.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
Does it not?
There's a lot of tourists and stuff, so you get a huge mix of people that come through there.
Yeah, and I guess something that almost all of these cities have in common is that they're also big tourist cities.
Yeah.
And we're going to see that as we get higher up on the list, that becomes even more evident that all of these cities are big tourist cities that have big tourist areas, which makes, would make it more attractive to thieves, knowing that there's a lot of tourists who might not be, A, they might not know where they are, B, they might not know the area, so that makes them easier targets. And they may not be thinking about security, or they're thinking about having fun on their vacation. Next up, talk about tourist cities, Rome, Italy. I don't think that's a surprise either.
Yeah.
Tourist city, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Not only big tourist city, but that city's had crime issues for a long time.
Same with Mexico City. Like, those are just really dangerous places to be in general.
Yeah, they certainly can be if you don't know what you're doing, especially. Let's see. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Let's go to that screen. Let's see. Where were we? Los Angeles, California. Again, a big tourist city. One thing that Chris brought up in his video about Los Angeles that I sort of agree with is there's not a whole lot of folks that are running around downtown Los Angeles on foot. Everywhere you go in Los Angeles is in a car.
Yeah.
To me, that cuts down a little bit on the danger. If you're in a car with your windows rolled up I mean, unless you get carjacked or something, then they steal your watch. I would think that would make it somewhat safer, but apparently not. He
Beverly
also,
Hills is one of the worst places right now
yeah, he
because they know
also
people are
mentioned
walking around.
in a lot of these cities, and this is going to be true of the cities coming up too. There are sidewalk cafes where you're outside. Sidewalk is right next to you. People can easily come up to your table and grab your watch, grab your wallet, all of that kind of stuff. So that's certainly, and Los Angeles is no different. There are a lot of sidewalk cafes, not necessarily downtown, although there are some there, but also as you get out around I ate at one the last time I was there. So something to keep in mind. I mean, especially if you're going out to dinner, you're going to get coffee, going to get breakfast in a place like that, don't keep your watch at home. Keep it in the safe in the hotel. Keep it someplace else other than on your wrist. So that's our next city is, again, no surprise, London, England. And I mean, we've all heard stories about London.
Yeah.
And the last time I was in London was way back in the 80s. So totally different city, totally different vibe than it is today. But it still is disheartening to me because I found it such a great and safe city back in the 80s, but that's certainly not the case now, apparently, at least not in some places. But, you hear folks who have been there and have worn not necessarily Rolex, but other luxury level watches who have not had a problem. I mean, Nate was there and he wore his HO8, wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
I think if you wear, though, something that's recognizable like a Rolex, it could be an issue. We're also going to talk about, there's another story that I'll bring up in just a second that talks about the kind of watches that are targeted. And obviously Rolex is number one by a long way. But there's some other ones that you might not think. Say, oh, well, I'll be safe wearing my Cartier Tank. No, you won't. Or I'll be safe wearing my Omega Constellation because nobody's going to know what that is. Not necessarily. Next up on the list, New York City. Obviously, I think if you're in a high tourist area of New York City, like Times Square or someplace like that, I can see that. I'm not sure if that's the case everywhere.
It's the metro. Any place that you can bump into people, as you're passing, it's really easy to, snatch a watch, pick a pocket, that kind of stuff. You just have to be really aware of what's going on. And if you ride with people that have been on there a while, if you even look at their direction, they'll start paying attention to you just because you get used to it after a while. But yeah.
Tobster McDonkey says Beverly Hills is close to where he is, and it's pretty safe. But every store has armed guards standing out front. And he also says that he was around Seattle lately with his new date just and felt just fine. And that Seattle's really been able to clean up its downtown, which is good to hear. I'm glad. Seattle's a great city.
Yeah.
Mr. Roberts is also in. Welcome to you, sir. But I think that, again, it's a matter of watching where you're going, knowing your surroundings, and being smart about wearing your watches no matter where you are. I mean, I'm in Austin, relatively safe city, but there are some places where I wouldn't go in Austin if I was wearing a Rolex. You say, well, I'll be fine with another, say, a Tag Heuer. I'll be fine with that. Not necessarily. If you wear a very recognizable watch, like, say, my Monaco, that's really recognizable. If you're a watch person, you know what a Monaco is. If you are a watch thief, you know what a Monaco is and you know what it's worth. And so that makes you, to me, it makes you an easy target, as if you were wearing a Rolex Submariner or something like that you can spot from a distance and say, that's the one, that's my target. Nate chimes in the chat. I felt safe wearing my gold Hermes HO8 in London, In Miami, I carry my quote watch insurance at all times. We know what that watch insurance is, sir. But yeah, so again, somebody talking about, and somebody who lives there talking about Miami. Number one is a tie, and neither one will probably surprise you. And again, both are huge tourist destinations: Barcelona, Spain, and Paris, France. Big tourist destinations. A lot of areas where a lot of tourists gather all in one place. And so that's the thing. And we're going to talk about this, Thomas, too, about insuring your watches and just give it to them. And that's probably the best advice. That's the advice, by the way, that Watch Chris gives on his video. That's certainly the advice that I think everybody would give. Either don't wear a recognizable watch, or if you want to take the chance and wear it, make sure you have insurance so you can just say, here, take it. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, our man Nate. One time I got mugged in New York. The thugs gave me 2 Bell & Ross watches and a Hublot. I never felt more violated. Oh, boy. There you go. So that was the list of the top 10 that Watch Chris had. But there were some cities in the U.S. that have rising problems, and one of them is here in my home state of Texas, in Houston. Also in Mark's home state of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and
I'll be there Friday.
Huh?
I'll be there Friday.
Well, there you
The
go.
city of brotherly love. We will
Yeah.
love you so hard that we'll take everything off of you.
That's right.
I will be armed to the teeth.
Wear something not as valuable as your Rolex. And the last one, and this is why I wish Blake was able to be on tonight. The last one is Las Vegas, Nevada. But again, what do those cities have in common? Large tourist areas, especially Las Vegas.
Yeah.
With a lot of people from out of town. A lot of tourist attractions where people gather, which is perfect for not only watch these, but pickpockets and all of that other kind of thing. So Nerd with Swag lives in Philly. Tell me what you think about Philly being on the list of U.S. cities with rising watch theft problems. Have you seen any stories on your local news about that? Is that a problem there? I don't know. I've been to Philly once a long time ago. God, it's been 25 years. I was there in 2000. Can't believe it's 25 years. But that's the last time I was there was 25 years ago. So I haven't been to Philly in a long time. At that time, I stayed downtown at the Marriott right next to the convention center. I walked all over the place, didn't think twice of it. And was around, several, around a lot of tourists. Didn't think a thing of it. Eric Mack also lives in Philly. There are parts where you should be low-key watch or not. In Center City during the day, you're okay. And that's what I was doing. I was during the day. At night, I was busy working because I was there for a national political convention as a reporter, right? So I was working during the evening at the convention site. So I was not downtown at the hotel until late when you get dropped off at the front and you'd go right to bed. So that wouldn't have been a problem for me. Nerd says, I haven't seen anything on the news. So there you go. Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, best watch insurance is wearing a long sleeve shirt and paying attention to your surroundings. Absolutely. It's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind things. If they can't see it, they can't want it. If they can't see it, they can't target you. So there you go. Just out of curiosity, have any of y'all ever been in a situation where you felt uncomfortable with either the watch you've had on or just kind of your personal safety? Where was it? What's the story?
Not really. I mean, when I travel, when I was doing more business travel, I just wouldn't wear a very expensive watch. One of the questions I have about this data is that whenever I hear people talking about increasing crime rate or inflation or whatever, those are rate of change issues. And so I'm more interested in what the absolute number of crimes are. If you go from one watch robbery to two watch robberies in a year, that's a 100% increase.
Yeah.
But you really get upset.
But it's not a horrible problem if you only have two.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where I'm always interested in getting the full story. In Vegas, on the one hand, everything I've been reading and hearing says that the tourist trade is way down.
Yeah.
So what's going on with watch crime, if anything? Is that now going down?
Well, there's a lot of people that have moved from California into Vegas. So there's a ton of money that has moved into Vegas because
but
tax, tax cuts and all that good stuff. So I think some of it is that too. And I mean, you have F1, so you got people, even more people coming in than usual, if that's possible.
It's and the other thing that was flowing through what passes as my brain these days is in the cities that are on the list that also have a number of watch boutiques, like New York or Vegas or, maybe Chicago may not be a good choice, or some of the European cities, have the number of attempts to break into these watch stores gone up as well.
Yeah.
And, I haven't, London has basically a whole street of watch stores.
Yep, on street, yeah.
And I haven't heard of any issues there as far as, but I know there have been some high profile jewelry store break-ins, not just in London, but in probably every major city. You've seen those. Where, you get the smash and grab. They walk in with hammers and smash the jewelry cases and grab whatever's in them.
Well, I know years ago, Cellini, when they had a branch in the Waldorf Astoria, was attacked by a gunman who shot the security guard. Fortunately, he survived. And then there was a famous robbery at the original Audemars Piguet boutique on 57th Street, which was basically a bum rushing of the security doors, and they had to redesign the entire place. And even up in, Hartford, Connecticut, I think Al Armstrong was attacked, but he still had his watch shop there. So, I don't know what's been going on with have those things been going up in parallel with these individual person on person watch crimes.
So a couple of things from the chat, and a reminder, we are going to have a race. So if you want to send us a super chat and get into that, that would be great. Ryan Hofre, my insurance company was very explicit with me on what they will and will not cover. Even my shitters, most of my current collection, mine too, are well insured. Thomas Broadbent, suggestion, someone asks you for the time, pull out your phone. Unless they want to steal your phone. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, that happens too.
Yeah.
Swear to God. So Kurt, who just got back from a trip overseas, felt completely safe wearing a Panerai or a Vacheron in Madrid, which obviously was not on that list, but Barcelona was. But yeah, he didn't have any problems in his overseas trip. And, he's got a beautiful silver dial overseas that, I mean, if you ever see it in person, you just go, wow, that's crazy beautiful. So I'm glad that you felt comfortable wearing that because it's a gorgeous watch. I'm also glad nothing came of it. He also says Barcelona is worse for sure. Yeah. and not just for watch crime, but for crime in general, robberies in general, that kind of thing. He says it's low key, yeah, but boy, when you see it, I guess when you see it up close, so maybe from a distance it's low key. Up close, it's really nice. Panorama, not so much. That's true.
And talk about a recognizable watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. So, Mark, you're going to Philadelphia, you said, in a couple of days.
Yeah.
What are you wearing now?
Oh, well, we were talking on Sunday that the nice thing about going from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia is that my concealed carry permit is good there too.
So now we know what you're wearing.
Yeah, we know what I'm wearing. It also helps air. I'm not gonna lie. When you're 6'1" and about 190 pounds, you're not like a prime target either. People tend not to.
Yeah, well, when you're 5'8" and look like me, I'm an easy target because they know I can't run away from them. Hey, that guy's easy to catch. We'll get him.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been there a number of times, whether it be the King of Prussia area or City Center. And I just wear my watches and I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the worst thing could happen if somebody really wanted to steal my watch, I would just give it to them.
Yeah.
Move on with my life.
Are your watches insured? I'm
Yeah,
guessing?
yeah. I mean, they're too expensive. You know what I mean? Not to be.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's the key. If you're worried about that, if you're worried about losing them or getting stolen, I should say, certainly that's what you need to do. Before we get into this story, we want to thank Kurt for the $10 super chat. If your watch goes missing, you can't say when you think your ex might have stolen it, you're going to have a bad time trying to make a claim. Kurt is talking about the video that we started that kind of inspired this show from the Anachronist channel. And and he corrects himself, didn't know when the watch was stolen. So yeah, that's, like I said, I'm not going to pass judgment on the facts of that case. It just, kind of brought up the fact that about insurance, getting your watches insured. Do you have insurance on your watches? And have you had any issues like that with your insurance company? So, I mean, if anybody wants to add, if they've had any issues like that with their insurance company, let's hear them. Put them in the chat. We'll talk about them. I found this story interesting. And this is from the Claims Journal, which is an insurance publication, and talking about luxury watch thefts, insurance fraud, both are on the rise. And it starts out, Cartier owners may be pleased to know the brand has become one of the most popular among luxury watches, but a new analysis also shows the watch's popularity is rapidly rising among criminals. Oops. So you go into the database, and the ranking of brands registered as lost or stolen per year in 2024. It's been Rolex since number one forever. But number two was Tag Heuer in 2022 and 23, but has been surpassed by Cartier. Tag Heuer still number three. Omega is number four. This was as of last year. We don't have numbers for 25 yet, obviously. With Breitling was number four in 2022-23. Breitling dropped to fifth in 24, but look at this. The number five was Cartier in 2022 and 23, up to number two in 24. So they're just like blowing up. The bottom three have remained the same. Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, easy for me to say, and Richard Mille. So I thought that was interesting. I don't think it...
Nobody cares about your Patek Philippe.
That's, well, the thing is, unless you're wearing maybe a Nautilus or an Aquanaut. If you're wearing a Calatrava, that could be one of anything from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
That could be one of any round dress watches with gold. That could be anything.
Could be a 23 millimeter
UG.
UG.
I resemble that remark.
But I mean, it could be, it could be an Orient. Nobody knows from a distance, It's not until you get up close.
Yeah.
With a Richard Mille, it could be the Hublot, which is higher end as far as money goes too. So either one of them would be a target. But you can tell what that is from a distance, or you can at least guess what it is from a distance. Speaking of Hublot, Kurt, someone stole my Hublot. So annoying. Had to buy the guy a bottle of champagne and had to write a thank you card. There you go.
Like the old joke about winning a contest. First prize was a week in Providence, Rhode Island. Second prize was 2 weeks in Providence, Rhode Island.
That's right. Third prize was you moved to Providence,
Rhode Island.
Oh my! I've never been to Providence. I actually hear it's okay, but I would live there.
It's a university town.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, but they did have a great heritage radio station there, WPRO. Great radio station. So Thomas Broadbent, I find the RM theft or claims very interesting, based on the production number. Is that suspect?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but there is that story of let's see, who was the F1 driver who had it stolen off his wrist and chased the guy down in, I want to say it was in Paris, maybe. So, Charles Leclerc had his RM. Now that's their team watch, so I doubt he bought that watch, but it was stolen off his wrist and he chased him down. So, it does happen. And obviously by those numbers, although it didn't break down how many were lost and how many were stolen, they would certainly end up on the list. CQ, the watch guy, we want to welcome you in. What's up, chat? Stay safe out there. Absolutely. People be stealing stolen pieces. There you go. People be buying stolen pieces. That's the problem. Check your homeowner's policy, gents. Many of y'all only have $1,500 of coverage on a standard policy.
Very true. This is why you need to either have a rider on your homeowner's policy or a separate jewelry policy separate of your homeowners, because most homeowners will cover somewhere between $1,500 and $5,000 worth of jewelry total.
Yep. And for a lot of us, that's not even one watch.
Right.
So that's why it's good. It's good to shop around and make sure that your collection is insured. Do any of you have a recommendation on what kind of insurance? Should you try to do it through your homeowner's policy? Should you try to, with a rider? Should you buy separate coverage? What does everybody do on here?
Well, I've got mine through. I use USAA for all my insurance, and I have a separate valuable personal property policy that covers my watches. I've never made a claim on the watch policy, but on automotive and house stuff, I've never had a problem with them covering things. So that's why I went with them for the valuable personal property.
Yeah, Julius Caesar agrees with you. He also uses USAA. Mr. Roberts, good call on the collection insurance. I still need to extend that. Yes. Chubb is the most no nonsense, says Thomas Broadbent. We've had, some kind of mixed reviews in our personal group on actually a lot of the insurance companies. It kind of depends on, I think, like with all insurance, who is your agent? Who are you dealing with? What kind of service have you gotten? And that kind of stuff. has generally Jewelers Mutual is pretty good, and I know Kurt has that.
That's who I use.
What's been your experience with them?
I pay them money and never use them.
Best type of insurance to have.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm thankful that it's available because it just gives me a little bit of peace of mind because they are expensive. If somebody stole your watches, it's And I don't insure all my Seikos and Longines and stuff. It's the Omegas and obviously I threw the Rolex on there and they always kind of get tired of me because I switch that stuff up. But hey,
yeah, I think I drive USAA crazy also.
Yes.
We'll also remind you that the Kvetch King is going to do 2 unboxings tonight. Speaking of driving USAA crazy,
that's right.
He's doing it again.
The policy.
So we want you to get those likes in. Let's see how many upvotes we have so far. Refresh the page here. We have 26. Very nice. 4 more, and we can start doing some unboxings. How about that? So there's 63 of you watching. I know we can get 4 upvotes out of that. Let's go. Let's see. Nerd with Swag. I had a Rolex Deep Sea and a 2-tone date just, but sold them because wife wouldn't let me wear them anymore because she knows I would not just let someone take them from me without ending me. Yeek.
Yikes.
But something good came out of it because he gave his money to his son for med school. So there you go. I like it. Kurt, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. That is exactly correct. We need you guys to upvote early and often. And here to remind you to do that is...
Hey guys, look what I can do.
That's the wrong one, but the same video. Just looks the same. Let's see if we can find the right one, shall we? Yes, we can.
Hey,
right
everybody. It's time to upvote. Woo! Look, I can even do it. Watch. There. It was that easy. All I needed to do is to upvote. That's all you need to do. It doesn't even take a wiggle of your finger or even just a wiggle of one of my teeth here to upvote. Just do it.
There you go. Thank you, Kurt. We appreciate it. Hop on if you feel like it. Love to have you on. Always like to have my brother from Austin on. I think we may see each other a week from Friday night, rather. We've got a Watches and Cigars event coming up. So, yeah. So Nerd with Swag brings up interesting suggestion. Just wear Citizens and get some Seikos and you'll be fine.
Yep.
Honestly, that's, if I ever go to a place where I feel uncomfortable or think I will feel uncomfortable, it's probably what I'm going to wear. Or I'm going to wear something like this. I mean, yes, it's a Tissot, it's a Swiss watch, it's an automatic, but it's not something that I'd give my life up for. I just hand it to them.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't worry about it. So let's see where we are on our upvotes. I bet we're at 30 by now. Let's see. If we're not at 30, then y'all are in trouble. 37. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It is time to get the king to assume the position.
Oh, please, not in public.
I'm not unboxing anything.
While the king is getting ready with his unboxing,
All right.
we will remind you to get your super chats, member chats, all of those chatty chats in. And we're going to have a race at the end of the show. Right now, there's only 2 entries. So let's get some more entries in there and get a race going. One of those entries is from our man Mitch, who is going to do an unboxing. What do you have for us?
Well, there are 2 unboxings tonight. The first one here is probably going to cause some people to think, the fetch king is crazy, which is not necessarily, which is a rhetorical question, because this is very interesting horologically. It's a model that's been around for about 20 years, but it probably has sold like 3 units in that 20 years. So, and then we'll go to something more conventionally his theme. So, it starts out with a white box.
Yes.
As one does.
As one does.
So Kurt is guessing a Daniel Wellington or a movement.
No. Then we have another white box.
Oh, well.
And
Fancy.
we will see as we turn it around.
Well.
Did you buy Marco's watch off of him?
No.
Okay. Because I know he's been mumbling about possibly moving it. So.
Yeah, no, this is, well, we'll see in a second.
I mean, they make beautiful watches.
They really do. I think it's an underappreciated brand as far as watches go.
Spoiler, it's a pen.
That's what Kurt just said.
Kurt.
Yeah.
Now that would be pretty cute. All right, so
I think all their watches should come with a pen. It makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, come on, you crazy kid. At least I haven't dropped it yet.
Nate asks if it's a monopoussoir.
Yes, it is actually.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Nicholas Liusek.
Oh.
Brian's going to be jealous.
Which I was able to get for about 30% of retail.
Nice.
Yeah, that thing's gorgeous, though. I love it.
You know, the displays are, the registers are hard to read. The movement can be a little finicky. It's got a GMT hand also, which is controlled via the crown.
All right.
No, actually, it's controlled via the. My brain is dead.
The pusher on the other side, right? The left side pusher.
The crown controls the GMT movement and the date.
Why do you let Rolex control your GMT movement?
Yeah, well, because they're like that. Now, without trying to take this apart, the movement is extremely interesting. And I don't know if I can get this to behave, but the going train is lined up horizontally on the very bottom.
Okay.
The column wheel is up where there's a little cutout.
Okay.
The vertical clutch with twin barrels, 72-hour power reserve, and a free sprung balance.
Dang.
Can I have its babies?
Yeah.
I'm just
And you can get these for between $3,000 and $4,000.
Brian the Pipe has been oogling that watch for months.
Yeah. So, that's, but it's a Mont Blanc. It's neither their, stock Solida movement watches, nor is it the upper end Minerva movement chronographs. And if you ask me, and no one does, because why should they? They would been much better off as a watch brand in concentrating on making watches with this much horological interest and value, than in trying to convince people that they should spend. Originally, some of those Mont Blanc Minerva mono pushers they were trying to get like 50 grand.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Whereas this, even brand new, was like, they range between like 10 and 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and they sort of stopped, as far as I know. I could be wrong. I'm not that much of a Mont Blanc groupie, but they never really did much with this basic movement besides these Riusec chronos with the funky minute and hour registers. The one thing I don't like, there is no running seconds.
Yeah, I have a couple of watches like that, and it kind of annoys me.
Yeah. So that's the story with Mr. Is it steel? It's not white gold or platinum or anything. So,
man, I think that's gorgeous.
It's another one. As the captain would say, I have eclectic taste.
Well, Tariq likes the watch too. $5 from our friend Tariq for the Best Tuesday crew. Congrats on the new watch, Mitch.
That is what it will be.
No, this is the best. This isn't the Best Tuesday crew. I'm here, and Nate and Lonely Wrist aren't.
No, I like it. I like it when you're here, man. I like it. Lots of congratulations in the chat from Nerd, from Julius Caesar. Our man Nate. Someone get Captain to try to pronounce the watch type.
Yeah.
Monopouche. I tried. Wristwatchholic, easy for me to say. Congrats.
This is how thick it is. It's somewhat thick. It's not ridiculous. It is an automatic integrated chrono, though.
What size is it, Mitch?
43.
Ah, yes.
So Kurt says he lets Rolex control all his movements.
There's medication you can take for that, but at any rate.
Yep. We also have $5 from our friend Luchabetic Underground, whoever that guy is. Awesome pickup. Congrats, Mitch.
Yes.
Thank you to the molds.
I've looked at a lot of those with Brian the last few months. He's kind of mini obsessed with those.
Yeah.
They're really cool watches.
Yeah. But they never caught on. I'm surprised. I think I could check on this. This I may be 100% wrong on, but I think they're still in the catalog.
Wow.
We have a question from Nate. Is that watch a roller ball or a fountain?
Fountain. Mitch's class.
That's right.
It's the new Meisterstück watch.
So hey, that's a fantastic watch. Way to get the unboxings started. We'll have another unboxing probably not too much longer from now. We have about 30 minutes left in the show, so we'll do one maybe in about 5 minutes or so. Let's get everybody caught up on what we're talking about and what we're doing tonight. First of all, we will have a race. We got 4 entries now. Yay. So we hope that you will enter the race as well. You know how to do it. We'd also love you to join the channel and get in the WhatsApp group with the rest of us. If you are not a member already, we would certainly love you to be there. You get previews on a lot of these unboxings, which are already shown off on the WhatsApp group. You get some daily wrist shots, some interesting talk about things, not just watches, but cars and tobacco and, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of manly men stuff, right, Jen?
I guess.
Jen's like, leave me out of this crap.
Hey, I was in my happy place. I was on eBay rolling through the UGs.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Well, and you got another UG coming your way, I know. And so that'll be cool.
I just got one today, and I've got another one coming, and Mitch is sending me one. So I think I'll have 7 total.
Welcome to Jen's UG shop.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
That's right. JJSW may get a run for his money from Jen's right? UG shop.
If you glue 3 of those together, I might wear it.
No, it still wouldn't be big enough.
No. No, you'd be walking around like, what was the watch in Alien, the 2, what is it, 2 Casios or something that's glued together? That's you. Still remember the pain of losing my first Mont Blanc pen in the 1991 perspective. $100 then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That's why I have a Waterman, not a Mont Blanc. Yeah, Aliens probably was the Seiko. That's right, Kurt. Yeah, I just remember there were two watches glued together, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, right. I think it's a Seiko or two Seikos. Let's see. I'd be on there to Jen trying to find Willards and turtles. There you go. Well, I got a turtle, but it's mine and I'm not sending it to anybody. By the way, Aliens Earth is awesome. You know, I haven't watched it yet. I've heard the same thing, but I haven't started the series yet. But I've heard it's really cool. So again, we've got about 30 minutes to go. Get your race entries in. Join the channel. Have all of this fun 24/7. So why don't we start with your next unboxing, Mitch?
All right.
But Ryan, add something real quick. You always come up with cool watches. We're lucky to have you, Mitch. Absolutely, we are.
Well, thank you. I'm over Klimt now. Klimt now, eventually.
Drink some coffee. Forget about it.
If you're in New York, if you were born and raised in New York, anyone born and raised in New York, independent of ethnicity or religion, knows some Yiddish.
Yep.
You have to.
You have to. And it may even be the same in Pittsburgh. I don't know.
No, they speak Inzer. It's different.
And shady side. You go to shady side.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to say we're up to 41 upvotes, so that's certainly enough for a second unboxing.
Yep. All right. So this is something completely different. This actually came in a pouch.
Oh.
Because it comes pre-owned, certified pre-owned from the House of Marco.
There you go.
Very nice.
It is a Vacheron.
Ooh.
Now,
Mitch, you're balling lately, my dude.
Completely different. So, I know this is a model that is owned and has been owned by several of the wacky Watch Hangout crew. I've had my eye on it for years, and I made the move to sell a bunch of stuff I really didn't want to sell. To go for
oh, come on.
Mitch, that is beautiful.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
I
the
love
There
the
you go.
1921.
The rosy gold.
Amazing.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And Mitch just drops the freaking hammer.
I know, right? He's like, oh yeah, no big deal. It's a 1921.
No big deal. It's 1921, you know.
Now about 50% of the value of my watch collection is in two watches. Protect from this, you know. So
he didn't tell us what he moved.
yeah, I had to move a lot because I'm being conservative with cash right now because who knows what's going to happen with the economy.
Yes.
So
precious metal is always good, and that watch always holds its value.
That watch is
great
pure class.
It is.
And it's certified pre-owned, so it came with a 2-year warranty.
Okay.
From Vacheron.
Yeah.
Well, and I will say this about Marco, and you know this firsthand because you just bought that beautiful watch from him. But Marco and Berdine stand behind their product.
Oh yeah.
There is no doubt about that. I mean, Marco.
I only deal with places that have a super positive reputation. Berdine's, EWC, occasionally the 1916 company. But I may have been able to get things cheaper going through a backpack dealer, but I ain't taking the risk because I'm big chicken.
There you go.
Hell no. And so
at
we
that
will
level, I wouldn't either.
No. Mention that, of course, Watch Marco and Berdine Jewelry is a sponsor of the channel. We certainly encourage you, if you are thinking about getting a luxury watch, give Marco a try. Email him or message him on Instagram. Tell him what you're looking for. Number one, he can find it. And number two, he will give you, I bet, one of the best deals you can find and peace of mind because, as we said, they stand behind their product. They have watchmakers in-house that go over everything that comes in. So you are assured that the watch you're getting is, number one, the real thing, and number two, in good working order when you get it. And if there is a problem, they will take care of it. So great place to shop. One of our sponsors. We want to thank Marco, of course, for making this happen. He also, of course, went over the watch that JJ just got. So, and his watchmakers went through that watch, and just as they went through that.
Yeah, and I would say if you're concerned, like at a level like this with this Vacheron, if you're concerned and you're not buying it through Burdeen's, but you think, it's off of Moda, people but you want to, have it looked over before you actually transfer money. I'm sure Marco can set up a deal where his watchmaker can look at it. You just have to pay him for it. I'm sure it's not going to be super expensive because it's a service that they offer themselves pretty normally. So they probably have a pretty decent price for it. So, but
we get a wrist shot, Mitch?
It's worth it.
What?
Can we get a wrist shot?
Yes. This might take a bit, and I have to take off my USB. We can all hum from the halls of Montezuma.
Okay.
Well, while you're doing that, George Varghese, nice. You demand a lot of fire, man, for you. Damn, Mitch, cooking. That's lovely. Congratulations. Standing ovation. One of the best. Congrats, Mitch. A goated watch. Lots and lots of congratulations from everybody. We want to welcome in Trap Vision. Good evening, crazy watch people. I don't know who you're talking about. That's a stunner from Eric Mack.
Oh, man. Mitch, that looks great.
Okay, Mitch, now you have to look dead into the screen and say, I'm rich, Mitch.
I will say, I'm Batman.
There you go.
That's just gorgeous. That looks great.
Yeah. Fits me perfectly.
What size is it?
I forget whether it's 43 or 44.
See, again, you're speaking my love language.
Well, yeah, you and I have similar wrist.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Mitch is a 7.5, right? And I'm a 7.5.
And I'm a 7.5. Jen?
So yeah, we're all the same.
I'm 7.5.
As far as wrist size
Go.
goes.
And I wear a 23 millimeter watch and it looks great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and
less edibles.
When I lived in California, my AD, who I became close personal friends with, they even flew to New York when I got remarried to come to the wedding. So I definitely spent way too much money with them. But just kidding. But they were at one point Panerai dealers.
Okay.
It was back 20 plus years ago. And the woman part of the female part of the couple was not very large, and she would rock Panerais.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
now
it
they
has to
have
be an
a
attitude.
39 millimeter Panerai.
No, she was rocking like the
Right.
40.
Yeah. Because they didn't have it then, but
Oh.
now they have the 39. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of, so I follow a group of, it's called the Ladies Watch Club. They're based out of like the Middle East, like Dubai.
Yeah.
Tons of them wear Panerai all the time. Like they love Panerai.
And I will say, Mark, we're talking about all of us have the same size wrist, but of course, Jen has been rebuilding one of my watches, which is a whole 35.
Oh God. Oh, I have a bad heart. You can't do that to me.
And when I get it back, I will put it on and show it to you, and you're going to say that looks good.
Oh my God.
It's fantastic.
You are.
Watch.
I will say it because I have to.
No, you don't have to. I want you to be honest.
anything.
I want you to be honest. but Jen's had it on, and she will agree it looks good, even on a large wrist, because it's a cool freaking watch. It's a Breitling.
You know,
Speaking of cool freaking people,
look
here's
who
Cap,
it is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
the man who had that Vacheron and sold it.
That's right.
What's interesting is that there was a time where if a watch was smaller than 40 millimeters, I wouldn't even.
Oh, yeah.
But what I've discovered with wisdom and age is that almost, if not perhaps more important, is the lug tip to lug, the lug to lug distance.
If I can get something that's like 43 by 52, I'm the happiest guy going.
Yeah.
You gonna put that on your leg?
Well, little do people know his leg's also a 7.5. So anyway, Cap, what's on the wrist this evening, sir?
Hey, how you doing? Congratulations, Mitch. Beautiful piece, man. I love it in the rose gold.
Yeah.
I had it in the yellow, and yeah, it's fantastic. What is yours? You were mentioning smaller size. I saw it briefly before I came on. Yours is the normal size, right?
Right. Normal size, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have big wrists, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have a cushion case watch as well.
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Still
Still
wearing
rocking
the
the
HOA?
Hermes, huh?
Hermes, baby. Hermes. Yeah, I'm bougie.
This group is
If
probably
you're bougie and you know it, clap your hand.
It must be comfortable
It's
because you love
bougie.
that, man.
Oh, I got to tell you, man, I love VC, but the overseas is skating on thin ice. I hate to say, as crazy as that sound, I know I'm blasphemy all over the place. I compared it to an Aquanaut. I almost got
I know,
banned.
right?
I got banned on 20 channels.
this group must be singularly responsible for increasing the market value of the HO8.
Yeah.
By at least 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the old pump and dump.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's the behind the scenes plan. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just waiting for Cap to show up in his overcoat, and he opens it up and he's like, I got HO8s for you. What do you want? I got them all.
That's Nate, man. You got me mixed up with the
Oh,
wrong.
that's true. Nate is the
Come on,
pusher.
man. He's got Cartier on one. He opens up one side, it's filled with Cartier Santos
Cartier.
Dumonts. The other
HOA.
side is HO8s. Pick which one. Pick one. Pick one. I'm now looking at, I need a Dumont now. Aquanaut killer, right? I mean, if you really look at the price, right? I'm not going to go into this, but $8,000, right? Versus Aquanaut's at 30.
Yeah.
Somewhere,
If you
like
can get
retail,
one at retail.
Well, which you can't, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, what they value their watches at, and the base Aquanaut, Marco's always said that he wasn't overly impressed with the movement. I love the Aquanaut, so I don't want to kill it. But anyway, this is Mitch's time. Oh, by the way, Mitch, in memory of you, not memory of you, because you're still here.
Yeah.
In honor, in memoriam of
Yeah.
the ghost of Mitch. No, in honor of you. Look, speaking of Mont Blanc, you guys were talking about Meisterstück. Meisterstück. I got to tell you, I broke this bad boy out because God knows why I got it.
You just like to say Meisterstück.
I do, actually.
And Monopoussoir.
Zeitwerk, Meisterstück. Anything German I enjoy pronouncing. Monopoussier, not so much.
That's because it's not
French.
German, Cap.
It's
That's
French.
right.
All
That's
those crazy French people.
So
my favorite German single word is Schmelzpunktbestimmungsapparat.
Oh my gosh.
One word.
Do I want to know what that means?
Mine is beer.
Determination apparatus.
beer, yes.
Beer.
I'm just an old organic chemist.
So anyway, yeah, we got these people went, there's crazy pen people that go way deep, and this was rollerball. I didn't go for any fancy nibs and no fountain pens for this guy. But the JFK is really cool, and a lot of the other special ones are really, really nice. I actually started using this now. I'm actually going to use. It's like watches.
Yeah.
This one went underwater. This was certified 100 meters. I tested it to 3 feet. It passed. It passed the 3 feet test,
There
and
you
still
go.
and is still ticking. Anyhow,
I have a pretty extensive fountain pen collection and mostly vintage, and I don't use them. I use my few cheap modern ones.
Yeah.
But
right.
I know I've got several old Mont Blancs and pens with the super flex nibs from like Esterbrook and Conway Stewart and all those old brands. And Sean, our fellow watch brother, was trying to convince me to give him a private tour of the collection.
We want to thank Thomas Burnett, 2 pounds. Ultimate Watch, Mitch. Congratulations. I'm jealous. You're also up way too late, Thomas, but thank you again for staying up all night and joining us. We appreciate that. We do appreciate that indeed.
Good to see you, Thomas.
Yeah, being a lefty, fountain pens and I don't mix too well.
Yeah, I'm lefty too, but I have a very strange writing position. And so if I use fairly quick drying ink, I tend to be okay.
Yeah, I can do it okay. It's just it tends to every now and then I'll smudge it. So I prefer roller balls anyway, which is what my Waterman is. It's just a roller ball. I could get the fancy fountain pen version of it, but
if I got the fountain pen version of it, it would just merely be for collecting purposes. I would never use it. I just wouldn't. It would be beautiful and design on the nib, but I wouldn't use it. And if I did use it, there'd be ink all over my shirt and/or pants.
Yep,
right?
Guaranteed.
I always fear that too. There was a time when I carried and it never happened, but there was a time when I carried one with me, and I was always afraid it was going to leak out on my shirt pocket.
I get ink all over my hands when I fill the pens, but I have yet to actually spill stuff on my clothing.
So George Varghese saw an RM SO5 pen a few years back, $100,000.
Wow,
those things are crazy.
That's insane. I wonder if the RM pen market has dropped as much as the RM watch market.
Well, $100,000 for a pen is nuts. Mr. GMT, congrats, Mitch, and stay sexy, Cap. Stay sexy, boys. Hey, sexy Cap.
Hey, that is crazy, Robert. But I used to think getting an LV watch box was crazy.
Yeah,
and here we are.
I know, right?
Crazy is as crazy does, man. I guess there's levels to crazy.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. But that rose looks great, Mitch. Back to your 1921.
Fantastic.
I don't own the yellow gold watch because they just look horrible on me.
Yellow? Yeah, I have that date 36, but it's patinaed, and I'm actually looking to move on from it. So I don't know if I'm really a yellow gold guy either when I get right down to it.
So what would you get to replace that watch, or would you?
Who, me?
Yeah. If you do move on.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking of a lot of things. The H08 really changes my whole
Yeah,
view.
you're in the honeymoon phase, Cap.
Well, yeah, so. I know. But I like light watches and it's titanium. So for the VC, I've actually thought about getting a rose, selling the steel, but moving up in price point anyway to the rose gold version with the blue dial.
Yeah, and then wow.
Right. So I can move out the VC that I have, which I love that watch. But again, the H08 kind of does serve that function with the rubber strap. It's weird, but it kind of does. And get rid of the date 36. And I don't know, the Pepsi might be the.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Cap. Don't do it. I'm telling you. That watch holds its value. There's no reason to get rid of it.
Well, there is if you want to get a Bruce Wayne.
Oh, well, there you go.
trade a Pepsi for a Bruce Wayne? Are you drunk or high? Which one?
I've worn a Pepsi for a while, and I've seen the Bruce Wayne in the metal.
I think the Bruce Wayne's better looking.
Yeah, most recently on Saturday. Saturday, Lucha. I saw it on Mr. G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. G's wrist and I've seen it before that too. When I went to a local watch guy that had it, it's just so I don't know how to explain it, but I find it understated elegance.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. GMT's back. Hey, man. You're unmuted, but we still can't hear you.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
Oh, he's got the Panerai too. Panerai is having. I hear that they're having a moment. I mean, I think in the sense that I hear more talk about Panerai, perhaps because their prices have just gotten so low these days compared to retail, and I think people see now the value in Panerai, and they've always liked Panerai.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they're cool.
They are.
So wristwatchholic, I want a Bruce Wayne too, Cap.
There you go.
I do too. That's why I got the Seiko version. That's my speed.
Mr. Wayne.
That's white. That's white.
I also
Wayne.
like the symbolism, the Batman, the Bruce Wayne thing.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we call it the Bruce Wayne. Rolex has no idea.
No, they
have nothing to do with it. But
so Tariq wonders. Oh, I pulled up the wrong one. How many 1921s are in the group now? I don't know right off the top of my head.
At least 3 of us that I can think of. Two of which are currently on the screen.
Yeah, well, I don't have mine anymore.
Oh,
yeah, he sold his. So, and Tariq, speaking of the Bruce Wayne, that's the one that I saw in person, and his is. I love that watch. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
If I were to get a Rolex GMT Master 2, that would be the one I would get.
Bruce Wayne.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give a 2-minute warning for the race. If you want to get in the race tonight, shoot us. Well, you know what to do. Send us all your stuff, and we'll put you in the race. And then we'll also pick a couple of people at the end. The rest of the group here, if you want to go sort through the chat and pick out a couple of names, we'll add at the end here. I think we've had a good show. Had a couple of great unboxings. Of course, with that second one, I forgot what the first one was. No, not really. The Mont Blanc is gorgeous too, Mitch, really. And Captain's Mont Blanc pin is equally gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was just reminding you that it was a Mont Blanc.
Yes. Yes, and Mark's Rolex was gorgeous this evening, even though he didn't unbox it. Still like that watch.
Oh, wait, what do you got? What do you got?
It's an OP41.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's the what dial?
Black, the sunburst black.
Oh, nice.
I really like the black dial ones. I tried one on, this was a couple of years ago, maybe longer than that. And I really like the black dial.
Yeah.
It seems like not a lot of people gravitate to that. They gravitate more towards the colors, but I really enjoyed the black dial. I thought it was classy.
It's very, very classic, a little bit understated.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Can't go wrong, man. There's very few. When I see a black dial, I like it, right? Even the Seamasters, I like the black dial Seamasters, the Heritage 300s.
Yep.
Black is just so wearable.
Well, let's try GMT again. Hey, bud. You're muted still.
Can I just shout out to Ari?
Can you hear me? Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We got you.
Thank fuck for that, man. I know Cap, I'm not in the good books with Cap lately, but I still have to jump on. Cap, seriously, what are you thinking, bro? What sort of drugs did you take on the weekend? Because you want to sell everything and keep the fucking Hermes. Are you on drugs or what? Are you serious?
I mean, I'm not going to answer that question unless I'm under oath. I mean, what kind of drugs? Prescription drugs? Yes.
I
He's
love you,
been-
Kev. You are the best.
Gummy
You
been
are
out-
the best.
He's been out with a straw sniffing Birkin bags.
That's right.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
But
walk right into
jokes aside,
Hermes. I'm gonna walk
if
into Hermes
Hermes-
GMT and I'm gonna grab that Birkin or Kelly or whatever they call it and walk right out of the store.
Can I just say, I think it's a smart move you buying that, because if they're going to do anything what they've done with their Birkins and make it very exclusive and hard to get, well, Cap, you're onto something, buddy, because it's going to fly through the roof. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Who
but
knows?
You never know.
I buy watches to try to lose as little as I can. I try to manage the downside, man. I don't.
Me, I'm over trying to not lose money. I just lose them and say fuck.
You know, every watch. Hey, listen,
I
I paid. Hey, what happened with this trade? I traded a Ming. Guess what? I got less value than I bought it for. Another loss, right? It just keeps adding up every time I sell or trade or buy.
But don't think about it. Just enjoy what you have.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Just
And
enjoy what you
insurance.
have.
Listen, I wanted to do an GMT. I just want to talk insurance.
Well, you canceled your insurance, didn't you?
What an
canceled
exciting
your
topic.
insurance.
No, I was joking. I didn't care. I would be. Are you insane?
Nobody's gonna steal that HOA. You don't need it.
Like I said,
no, I don't.
like I said, Cap, you
I'm
had
not
a big
doing this,
weekend.
Lucha.
remember?
I've had enough.
Like I said, Cap, you had a big weekend. I don't know. You probably would have canceled your insurance.
No, I'm not canceling it. No. But I insure not every single piece. But insurance. Here's the thing about insurance. Without getting into anyone's specific claim or my claims or anyone else's claims, because you always hear good and bad. But I mean, the idea of paying for insurance, if it covers loss, theft, damage, is if you're honest and you lose your watch, and let's say you're absent-minded, and actually when you lose something, do you actually know the day and minute that you lost it? And if you did, would you have lost it? Like I don't understand that. Like he didn't remember the day he lost it. That was one of Kurt's big things. But I'm asking you guys because I really don't know. When I've lost some things, or let's say you put a watch on a counter and you're like, oh my God, like if you have a lot of watches, you may not know the exact moment or day actually that you lost a watch. By virtue of losing something, you may not remember when you lost it. Is that wrong? I don't know.
No, I would agree with that logic.
I don't know.
That's a little philosophical for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
I think you can narrow it down to a window of time.
Probably.
Yeah. You're like,
Probably.
okay, I know I had it this day and I didn't have it this day.
Right. You can narrow it, but if I knew when, where, and how I lost it, I'd probably find it. Anyway, my point is, if you're honest, you have a claim, you lose a watch. I know insurance companies break your stones before they pay you. It's just what they do. That's why they make money.
They make you work for it.
Yeah. Well, they want to root out fraud too, and I know they get.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna. You get.
Yeah, they want to get investigators.
Mom and dad, you gotta play the game.
Gotta play. Yeah, I get it. They know all the tricks, right? And I know somebody who had lost a piece, and realized it a few days later, and basically, the investigator said, "Okay, we're going to come over and interview you." Okay. When that phone call was made, the person in question tore their house a new one, upside down, ended up finding it. It fallen like in a crevice in the back of a house or something. Like they made them find it just by doing that, just by threatening to come over. But think about what you have to go through.
So hang on. We're not talking about you right now, right?
No.
This is somebody else. Okay.
No, my claim I withdrew because the folks at my insurance company don't even know the difference between a movement and a case and wanted Vacheron to change their bill. So they were interfering with the service of my watch. And I just said, back off. And they said, withdraw the claim. We recommend you withdraw the claim because Vacheron wouldn't change their billing form. Like literally they wanted them to they were giving me a free crown and they wanted to move it. That's not going to happen. So I just said, you know what? I get insurance for the catastrophic event, God forbid, like your entire collection stolen or you lose a really expensive piece that's insured. like that gets actually, you know, you get robbed or something. You know, it's you really don't want to have to use insurance until you actually have a large claim, you know. But I'm just telling you, like, people have shared experiences and they haven't been, you know, make a phone call and they're like, oh, when, you know, where should we wire the money to, you know, in 5 seconds. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Has anybody used Wonder Carrier?
No, and George Varghese has a great point.
Let's see. There we go. Yep. You never know how good your insurance is until you file a claim. Absolutely. Right. Yep. And I found that out. And that's why, you know, I found that out with my auto insurance. That's why I still have the same auto insurance, because when it came time, this was many years ago. My car was a hit and run in a parking lot when I was obviously not at the car. Somebody saw the accident and left the person who hit my car's license plate number on a note on my windshield. Said, we didn't do it, but here's the license plate number. So I called my insurance from the car, said, somebody hit my car. The whole back end is dented in. Here's the license plate number of the person that did it. 2 hours later, they had already found the person and gotten their insurance company to agree to fix the car.
Nice.
So that's why we'll always have that particular agent and that particular insurance.
Right.
Because I know what kind of service I'm going to get if it's ever my fault. So I think the same thing with watches too.
Yeah. And one thing I learned, because we were talking about this before, I think in the chat, is how Hodinkee, for example, which uses Chubb. So they're basically just like a feeder to Chubb.
Right.
And on the phone, you get your watch and you type in a few, you know, numbers or whatever. I think you put your serial in and they insure it for whatever retail, whatever gray price that is. And it actually could be even higher than what the gray is. And it's very simple. You take a photo, you send it in. The issue that I've heard is that if you have a problem later, then they require the documentation. Whereas others like Jewelers Mutual really put you through the paces and you have to get an appraisal and bring in all your paperwork, invoices before they issue the policy.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder to swap watches. You got to do that every time you sell a watch or buy a watch, right?
Yeah.
So I would recommend, and I do this for myself, is to have all of your paperwork, right? Including maybe photographs of your warranty cards, of your cards, your papers, and the watch, and put those in maybe a safe deposit box or somewhere else that's safe for safekeeping. That's what I would recommend, because I know that if they start asking for invoices, if you buy in the gray market, you should have an invoice. You know, you buy on Moda, sometimes you're just wiring the funds, and you put like a memo of what you're wiring for. That can serve as the invoice. But you know, the more documentation you have, the better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We will close it out there and get to the race. And these are the names so far. Let's add a couple in there. Any suggestions?
How about Nerd with Swag?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And let's do a couple more.
Our boy George.
Mr. George Voorhees.
There we go. And let's do one more. Well, I'm going to put in Captain because he was nice enough to join us at the end. And he hasn't had a chance to race for a while. So we'll put up 44 seconds and set. Go through all the steps here, shuffle the characters, and away we go. Everybody even so far with Cap and Mr. GMT pulling out into the lead. Mr. GMT right now leading the pack, Mr. GMT, and we know what that means. He's probably going to lose.
He's on hot and heavy like usual.
Yep.
Damn, I got a slow horse.
Yep. So far, Mark is trailing up the end, but we got 18 seconds left, and people are starting to move. There goes GMT. Nerd with Swag is right now in the lead. Captain
on,
is
George.
fading.
Come
Here comes
on.
George.
That's
Here
right. Come on,
comes-
George.
Oh,
Hit the
no. Here comes
afterburners.
GMT.
Do it.
GMT
Do
and
it.
Captain's
No.
coming in fast. And
Oh,
Mark
darn it. Mark did
Mark
it.
comes from the back and wins
Oh,
it.
wow. That's the closest race I've seen in a while.
That was a great race.
Yeah.
That was a
No
great race.
joke.
I think I
Congratulations,
just won one the
Mark.
other night too. I think I won a camel race.
Look at that. Well, Mark is on a streak. We want to thank every one of you for coming in this evening, joining us for our discussion. Next week, somebody told me they have an unboxing next week, and now I can't remember who. Anyway, we may or may not have another
Probably Nate.
unboxing. I have no idea.
Nate's gotten a million unboxings.
Yeah, we'll get to, maybe Nate will be with us next week to unbox something. Who knows? But we thank you guys for being here. Can't thank the Cap. Thank Mitch. Thank Jen, and thank Mark, and thank Mr. GMT for stopping by a couple of times,
You got to read what
including
George
right
wrote,
now,
yeah.
because there he is.
Right now, I was in
Hey,
the background. Go, GMT. Go, Jim.
Yeah, well, and then disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much.
George,
it's my
George said
life,
it must be the IWC.
There you go. We want to thank everybody for being here. We'll be back again next Tuesday. The Hangout will be back again Friday night and Sunday night for Sunday Fun Day. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Watch Marco and Berdine's Jewelries, Winding House Watches, StogieSampler.com, and Smokers Heaven 2 on Instagram. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.